Hi guys, today I'm here to virtually guide you through the maze that is IKEA and point out 12 affordable items that I think look very high-end. These items don't look like your typical IKEA products. Some of these are actually like designer dupes, which you might be surprised to see. Even if you don't care about like designer items or on-trend decorating, these are just great pieces because of the price point, because of the style and the actual design, and then materials that are used in building that product. I'm going to be covering products from all kinds of spaces in the house, like from the living room to the bathroom. Let's start in the living room, and the first item that I want to talk about is the IKEA chair. By the way guys, I'm not going to be pronouncing the Swedish words properly. I'm going to try my best, so bear with me. So the IKEA chair is actually a very good dupe of the designer GE 240 cigar chair at a fraction of the price. It's a stylish retro vibe that's inspired by the 1950s Scandinavian design. So that's actually one other thing to keep in mind. I'm not saying that the IKEA quality is going to be 100% the same as the designer quality, right? There's obviously going to be differences, but IKEA is very good at, taking that style but making it more affordable. And sometimes they actually do it with really good materials too. For example, this chair that we're talking about, it has solid wood legs, it has that nice shape with the reclined back, and it has this high resilience foam that really helps it maintain its shape. So definitely mark this one as a favorite. The next item that I want to talk about is the Aplerid sofa. This sofa is such a good price point. It comes as a 3-seater, as a 2-seater, and as a sectional. And it comes in neutral colors like gray and white, and also more bold statement-making colors like blue and red. Now this sofa looks very, very similar to the Outline sofa by Muto. I mean, just look at those pictures. They're very similar. I would recommend going in store and sitting on it and seeing if it's gonna work for the space that you have in mind, because some people use it for more like formal living room area where you don't need to be like really lounging, but others do use it in like a family room type setting. The next living room item that I want to talk about is the Stockholm coffee table. There's actually 2 of them. Both of these are great quality. The legs are very strong because they're made of solid walnut. So those of you who follow me on Insta, you might remember that it's in my parents' living room, and honestly, even with kids using them so roughly, there's barely any wear and tear on it. They actually have a protective layer of lacquer on it, so that I think really helps. What I really like about it is how the 2 tables look together. The shape is very interesting. Because of the fact that they are nesting tables, you can separate them, which works really well, especially in like a sectional type area. For this long one, the shelf at the bottom is so functional. You can keep like your remote controls, other like tiny baskets or anything on it, for storage purposes. And also I really like that it's a rounded oval shape. That's always great if you have little kids, because there's no sharp edges obviously. So if you're looking to add a coffee table to your space, which is good quality, looks modern and beautiful, do consider the Stockholm coffee table. Now let's move into the kitchen and dining area, or maybe I should say hosting. The first item that I want to recommend is the 365 Plus goblets by IKEA. These are made from tempered glass, which means that they can hold both hot and cold beverages really well. What I would like to do is serve my desserts in them. It just elevates the look and feel of your dessert when you're holding these like dainty little glasses and like eating your dessert out of them. Super cute. I'm thinking like a trifle, I'm thinking I'm thinking kulfi. I actually have a kulfi recipe on Instagram, and I'm wondering if you could take the kulfi mix and just like pour it directly into these little goblets and freeze them. I don't know, you'd have to put something up top to kind of, prevent freezer burn. Anyways, the next item is the Tillagd cutlery set in matte black. It's actually one of IKEA's best sellers, which I didn't know. I only discovered it recently, but it looks really nice. We all know cutlery is expensive. It's not very cheap, especially the good quality one. This one is actually a collab with the designer Erin Probin. So this is where IKEA is very good at bringing products from established designers and making them very affordable. I mean, look at this one by Fable. It's matte black. It's probably very long lasting with that price tag, but it looks very similar to the IKEA one. Personally, me, I wouldn't use this IKEA set every day. I would just use my regular like silverware, stainless steel stuff. But when it comes to hosting, I think the matte black would just look so beautiful on a table. So I would keep this set as a special one, but I know a lot of people like to use this stuff every day, which I think is a great idea. I just think that this one might see a little bit more wear and tear. That's why I want to talk about that. But other than that, a great set. Okay, let's now move into the bedroom. The first item that I want to talk about is the Detag bed sheets. Okay, so these are linen bed sheets. They are kind of pricey. I'm not going to say that they're very cheap because IKEA has such a great selection of bed sheets and these are on the higher end. But I want to point these out because they're made of 100% linen fabric, which means it's very breathable. It's also heat conducting. So overall, what this means is that it will keep you warm in the winter, it'll keep you cool in the summer. Linen is one of those fabrics that has these like wrinkles. They're not too harsh. They're just like the perfect kind of wrinkle to give your bedroom that casual look if that's what you want to go for. It just looks really pretty, I think, especially when you layer it then with blankets and, you know, all the other little accessories. It looks really, really nice. I mean, just compare it to some of the linen bed sheets at Pottery Barn. Like, there's no real comparison here. Okay, the next item is the Sanilla velvet curtains and velvet pillows. These are so soft and plush. For the curtains, they actually have light filtering ones, and then they also have the room darkening ones. I think that velvet curtains in a bedroom can just look so cozy and warm. You know, velvet is that fabric which gives you like all these different shades, and that can just look really rich, if you know what I mean. And with the room darkening feature, it's just perfect. The fabric just falls so elegantly. I think that's the beauty of curtains. Like, you want them to look heavy and full, and you just want them to have that really nice fall and weight to the fabric. I'm actually looking to update my own bedroom's curtains, and I'm very heavily leaning towards this. I'm just worried that with the space it might just weigh it down, so I would recommend this for like a bigger space. And of course, all the same stuff applies to the cushions. They look very warm and cozy. I would personally keep the cushions for the winter time just because they would add that cozy factor. But yeah, very, very good quality product at a great price. Let's now move into the bathroom. There are so many products at IKEA that are really, really good for bathrooms. So it's hard for me to pick one. But since we're talking about items that are affordable but also look high-end, I'm gonna pick the Salvikin towels. These are basically plain colored towels that have a waffle detail. Now, personally, I've experimented with floral prints when it comes to towels. I've had geometric prints. They all look great, and of course it depends kind of like what else is going on in your bathroom, but I do find myself gravitating towards all the plain towels I have more than anything. I think it's because in a washroom we want that feeling of freshness and cleanliness, and that's where these plain towels kind of give us that waffle detail really adds, well, detail. When it comes to plain things, that's what you got to do. You got to add texture to create some depth, so it doesn't just look like some 2D thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to work on my descriptions here. They actually come in a variety of sizes, so you can get a set, or you can just get some, you know, hand towels for your powder room or your bedroom, whatever you want. But great item. Okay, let's move into the home office area. I feel like since the pandemic, a lot of us have these areas, and it's been interesting in spaces that are mixed. So like a bedroom with, you know, with an office, or an open space concept where in a corner you have an office area. And we all know that, you know, those super ergonomic chairs that look very corporate, they don't look great, like from a looks perspective. There are those aesthetically pleasing ones that are good for you, but you know, we're talking like $1,000 plus for those easily. So let's look at what options we have at IKEA. My pick is this Langfall chair. I think it's a very nice mix of being an ergonomic chair while also being like very sleek and nice. It doesn't look too corporate in a home setting, so if it's like open space area, it'll just kind of look nice. You know, it's got this like curvy kind of shape. And if you're looking for a desk, I mean, there's not one desk at IKEA that I'm gonna point out, but I'm gonna say the IKEA desk combination of buying Alex drawers and adding a countertop over them is just such a great hack. Okay, the Alex drawers come in different sizes, and then IKEA has a bunch of countertops that are really, really nice and thick. So what this does, it gives you the flexibility to make your table really long, which is actually hard to do with standard desks. You know, if you're gonna get a very long table, it's gonna be so expensive. It's gonna be restricting. It may not come with drawers, you know. So with this, you are actually able to add lots of drawers and create a really nice look. If I had to pick, I would pick the Alex drawers with the Selgin countertop. I think that looks really, really nice. And the last item is just a generic item that I want to point out. I think it is gorgeous. It's the Constful vase. This thing has amazing reviews. It's actually also a designer collab. So again, IKEA doing the same thing. where they bring in a designer item. You can see these ridges on the inside that adds such a nice touch, and what they actually do is that they hold your flowers in place. Like, you can create nice angles with your flowers on it. Also, another great thing about the wide opening is that it makes it really easy to clean. That's always my challenge with my vases, because you know, they get really disgusting at the bottom, and then I'm trying to get like a brush to go in there, but it's still, I can't apply the right amount of force. So you get what I'm saying. And the other thing is, I keep remembering points about this one. It's actually handmade, so no two are exactly the same, which is really cool. The shape, style, and the green brown shade of this one, I think, can just complement any space because it's an earthy tone, so it can look good with anything. So I hope I pointed out some items that caught your interest. Do check them out the next time you're at IKEA. And if you actually already have any of these, let me know. I would love to hear your comments. It's always good to hear from people that are already using the item on a daily basis and what they think. I'm gonna leave all the product links in my description so you can easily find them. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.